Okay, well, I wondered why this trunk was so hard to move. Now I know. I thought I'd gotten rid of all the old generators and stuff, and starters. That's an old starter. Generators and things. I thought I'd gotten rid of all this stuff. There's a set of tire chains in that red box there. This is a crank for starting an old car or an old tractor or something. Yeah. Well, I had no idea. All right, my old vise is down there too. It alone is very heavy. That's an old Ford radio there from a '69 Ford. That's actually an AM/FM one, which is very unusual for a '69. You didn't see too many AM/FM radios in a '69 Ford. But anyway, that's an old Ford horn ring. That's a horn ring from a Ford with the spring. I attached the spring to it, obviously, so as not to lose it. But yeah. All right. Anyway, that's what's going on. I'm going to have to empty this out so I can move it. Then I can take the dryer out of here, and I can clean the dryer up. And once I've cleaned the dryer up, then I can have it out front here where it's accessible, and I'll put it up for sale. It's a Crosley dryer. It's a good one. It worked really good when I had it in the house. Obviously, I can't test it now because I need a 240 volt outlet. But it did work when I put it in the house. I'll ask $75 for it. I mean, there's no reason to believe it won't work. I'll spin the drum around just in case the belt has seized. That's the one thing that can happen, is the rubber belt can get gummy in there and start sticking to the pulleys. So I'll spin the drum around anyway with my hand and make sure the belt isn't stuck. And other than that, there's really not much could be wrong with it. Rodents don't get into these containers. That's one good thing about these containers. Because it's a sea can, it's sealed. It's sealed against moisture, and it's also sealed against rodents. So there's no danger of rodents having chewed the wires or anything. Unless it was damage they did in my house. My house had rodents, so that's possible. Anyway, I've removed all this stuff, and it'll all have to go back in. But first things first, I'll get this box emptied out, and then I'll go ahead and I'll there's another vise there. I'll go ahead then and I'll what will I do? I'll do something. Well, I'll get this box emptied out, and then I'll get it outside, and then I'll have access to the dryer. I'll be able to get the dryer out then. Oh, snowplow blade. I'm going to hang on to that, because if I ever do get a piece of land or anything, I can hook that up to a small tractor, to like a yard tractor, and use it for plowing snow. So I'm going to keep it. But yeah, these things are worth a lot of money now, these blades. And this one's stainless steel, so it's a good one, Anyway, that's it. There's so much to do here. It just never ends. All right, we'll see y'all later. The farm sink I want to keep too, in case I ever get a property where I can have a kind of an off-grid setup. I want to keep the farm sink. There's my lawnmower that I was looking for. There it is. I wondered. I couldn't remember if I kept it or scrapped it, but there it is there. That's an old Toro from the early 70s. And it's actually a really good machine. It needs to be repaired now, though. It needs a gas tank carburetor combination. These things have the gas tank and the carburetor all built into one piece. You can get those, though, through Amazon. And if I put that on it and get it adjusted right, it should run. And that's what I'm planning to do at some point soon. But I need to be able to get at it first. And I want to get rid of the dryer, because that's a step in that direction anyway. These old generators are heavy. Yeah, this is from my old Dodge. See, I marked on it Dodge L6. Well, L6 is what those engines were called. The old Dodge inline engines were called. The old inline sixes for a Dodge, they were called an L-head 6. That's why I got Dodge L6 written on it. Anyway, there's another generator. These were all Autolite, and they were all pretty well interchangeable. You know, anyway, though. I mean, there wasn't a lot of difference in them. The mounting bracket maybe would be a little different or something. That'd be about it. But anyway, my goodness. 6-volt generator. Yeah, that's what that is, 6-volt generator. There's a starter. I don't know what that's off of. Maybe it says, maybe it doesn't. I don't know. That might be from my 62 Pontiac, actually. It kind of looks like it is. I think that's probably from the 62 Pontiac. Anyway, there's the chains. Tire chains. Again, they're a good thing to have if you need them. But I don't need them right now. I may need them in the future. There's another old starter. That's from my parts car that I had, my 1940 Dodge. This starter has the kick thing here. See, it comes down and hits the button on the top there. In the old days, in the real old days, I'm not sure what you're able to see there, but there we go. Yeah, see, it comes down and hits that. There'd be a plunger, spring-loaded kind of a plunger thing that come up out of the floor to the right of the accelerator pedal, and you push that down with your foot. That was called stepping on the starter, and then that would push this linkage back, which would push this button here, and that's what would activate your starter right there. Yeah, anyway, that's out of a 1940 Dodge. I know that because that's the car I had for parts. My 47 didn't have the foot pedal for a starter. It had just a push button on the dashboard. You turn the key to get the power flowing through the system, and then you push the button to make it work. Now in here, this should be all full of little parts, little car parts, and it is. Yeah. Again, these are all parts from my 47 Dodge, or for it. Yeah, tackle box here. Yeah. All right. We'll take this vise out of here. This is a heavy bugger of a thing. It's a good vise, though. I bought this at a garage sale one time for $25. And it's a really good vise. It's a Brutus vise, I think. Is it, or what is it? Henry. It's a Henry vise. Yeah. Okay. Made in Canada. That there's a really good vise anyway. I'm not going to part with that. But let's see. This is a radio. My dad had a 69 Ford LTD, but his was just an AM radio. It didn't have there was no AM FM to it. Oh, do any of these work? Well, I don't know. Let me see here. Here we go. Well, they don't seem to. They're all locked up. Oh yeah. You can see the needles even off kilter a bit. Anyway. Junk. Really, it's just junk. Alright, I can move this box now. Again. Move this box. When you're alone all the time, you get pretty good at working by yourself. You do. Okay, now back in we go. There's my bench grinder. That's a handy thing to have if you need it. I don't need it every day, but sometimes I need it. Alright. I think what I'm going to do, I'll take this off here first. Again, this is more just assorted bric-a-brac. Oh. Step ladder. There it is now. Oh. And I might actually use that with the truck when I do the truck build. Here, let's see the camper build. Let's see how it is here. Okay, now we'll see how it works. Oh, here we go. Yeah, see that? Let's see now how that works. Oh yeah, climb right in. Yeah, that works good. We'll put that in the truck. We will. If I can. Okay. Well, I'm going to need two hands to unlock this. We'll talk to you later.